Hi everybody, I'm Daniel and I'll be a host around here. In this episode, I will explain you what the stock exchange is. There are many explanations and definitions about the stock exchange, but I'll give you the perfect one in order to be clear what the stock exchange is. In fact, this is a marketplace, like Costco. I don't know. Consider it to be an European Carrefour. Carrefour, it's a place where you go to buy your food, clothes, and everything you need to sustain your life. Okay, in the stock exchange, on the shelves, let's say, of the stock exchange, the companies are coming, they are printing, yeah, please pay attention to this word, printing on pieces of paper the shares, and they are putting on the shelves of the stock exchange for sale at different prices. Okay, like in the supermarket, as I told you, where you go to buy a merchandise, the stock exchange, it's a market for stock merchandise. So the only product there that you'll find is only shares of the company, pieces of the companies at different prices. At their beginnings, when I don't know, you have an IPO or maybe an SPAC, I'll explain in another episode what these terms means. The companies are coming there just to get money. They are desperate for money in order to sustain their operation and to grow. At the same time, most of the companies who are coming to the stock exchange are very eager to go above the price of 20 or maybe 25 in order to go on the radar of the big players, because the big players don't go for the little ones, let's say for the children. They need something to grow. Okay, some mature companies and some companies that have proved in their history they are serious about their business and they are to be trusted, because in the financial market, trust and reputation is everything. Let's go. So now you got this FinViz. I'm just recommending FinViz. I'm not doing publicity to anything yet. Okay, just get Elite because you'll have access to many data around here. It's the most simple and very easy to use, let's say, screener. Okay, and you can be taught very fast. So you got a couple of exchanges, like supermarkets for to trade shares. Okay, for shares you got Amex, that's the oldest one. You got Nasdaq, that's the newest one. You got New York Stock Exchange, that is not so old but is still containing old companies. But into the New York Stock Exchange you got companies that are producing real goods, like I don't know, furniture, food, something to be touched. Yeah, I'm just giving you information, very simple. In Nasdaq you got the newest company, the big boys or the big bad boys like Google, Facebook, Nvidia. Okay, you got the technology companies, I don't know, the new wave. And in Amex you got the oldest company. Generally in Amex we don't trade. Most of the companies we are trading are listed on Nasdaq. So now you know what's about on the stock exchange, and we'll go a little bit forward. Let's give you an example of something. Okay, what you need to understand is a principle. The stock exchange is not a market where the people are coming and buying shares and the companies are just selling. No, the stock exchange, it's a marketplace that is functioning according to the rule of auction. Okay, auction. Don't be tricked or be fooled by the data in the market. Let me show you an auction. You got here 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm explaining it like for the kindergarten for everybody to understand, because it's a lot of manipulation and fraud, not only inside the market but also outside, because everybody is giving truncated information or is lying and so on. So you got to use all of this. Okay, 1 hour daily, weekly, monthly. Yeah, you got to see the perspective. Don't go in details. I'll explain also in another episode what's the technicality of how you have to look over this little watch here. Yeah, so let's go like this because it's very simple. We don't have too much volume around here, but this is an auction at 15 minutes. Okay, this is also an auction at 15 minutes. You got auctions, okay, and these are spread. Why is spread? Because you got this spread. Okay, don't call it candles because you don't go to the church, you go to trade. When you go to the church you pray for your life, for your soul, and so on. But here you got spreads, and every spread it's an auction in itself. at 30 minutes, 1 hour, 1 day. Yeah, and you got the difference between bid and ask. What you need to know about this auction here is the number of the sellers and the number of the buyers have always to be equal, because this is the main condition for an auction to happen. But also inside, the number of the shares that have been sold and the shares that have been bought doesn't have to be equal. For example, in this one, the number of shares sold, it's a little bit higher than the number of shares bought, even with one, a difference of one. Okay, because when the day has ended, at the end, okay, you have a threshold. How many did we bought? How many did we sold? So there are much more titles or shares sold. Simple as that. Please don't call it candles. It's stupid. It's for kinders. Okay? Let's go further. Beside the stock exchange you see, we got other kind of stock exchange, smaller. What is happening with the company when it's delisted, when is removed from the stock exchange? Is going to the OTC market, over the counter. So you go with your hand over the counter. So you go to negotiate the acquisition of a share of a company or the company itself by person. You go there, you negotiate and so on. You don't need a broker if you want. Okay, I do not recommend to trade OTC market. Why? Because it's got a huge volatility, and for people that have less than 5 years of experience into the stock exchange is very, very dangerous. Okay, you cannot control the trade. Further on, you got pink sheets. Pink sheets are below OTC market. In pink sheets, why it's called pink sheets? Because before, long time ago, tens of years ago, the financial statements were written on pink paper, pink kind of paper. These companies that are in pink sheet, okay, there are many movies about pink sheet. These companies are companies that don't have auditors, okay? Nobody's looking over their financial statements. So the accountants of these companies, or the CEO or the CFO and so on, they can write anything they want. Please do not trade these kind of companies, even if you have experience or you are unexperienced and so on. Maybe there are a couple of opportunities from time to time, but these ones are very, very, very tricky and very, very dangerous. What I'm presenting you here are information from Google for Investopedia. Okay, if you have any question, you can go here, ask yourself anything, and you'll find all the necessary information. Yeah. What else? Okay, so on the stock exchange, you can go, I don't know, you can bet. Yeah, because the stock exchange or trading, it's a game of strategies. Just to know, you can go long, buy a company hoping that the price is going up, or you can short. You can bet outside the market that the price of that shares, okay, is going down. But this will be subject to another episode. Please don't forget, the stock exchange is just an auction. That's it. Nothing else. Pretty much. Please keep everything simple. Don't forget to follow. You got a button down here. Okay? And look at those links. Are amazing. Come to our website where you'll find all the necessary information, like a little package for the beginner and the most advanced of you. Thank you very much. Daniel out.